everybody, it's Pittsburgh DJ Marty. I'm going to call this video Religion, the Spiritual Spaghetti Sauce. For the longest time I wondered what the actual influence was that kept people Jehovah's Witnesses. And one night it became blatantly clear, obvious to me that it's like spaghetti sauce. Now, hang in there with me for a minute. Remember when you first moved out of your parents' house and moved out on your own? I'll bet you the first time you went shopping, if you had the money, you bought the same exact spaghetti sauce that your parents used to buy. Think about it. You bought the same exact spaghetti sauce your parents used to buy. And why was that? It's because you were comfortable with it. It was something you had known all your life. So you were just going to stick with it and you were going to go with it. And that was going to be your spaghetti sauce for the rest of your life. Until one day somebody comes up to you with a coupon or some sort of one of the end caps at a grocery store where they give samples, and they were like, try B brand spaghetti sauce and we'll give you a jar for free. So you try it and you make a decision whether you like it more than mom and dad's or whether you don't. But you then had that choice. You had another choice. You had another option. You could evaluate it. You could reason through it, and you could figure out which one you wanted to use. Now, whether you go back to mom and dad's old spaghetti sauce or not, that's fine. But at least you were given the chance to check it out, see if there was something different. It may have even testing the one may have even spurred you on to try even more spaghetti sauces, to try different products. And, that's sort of how I look at religion as the product that it is. It's spiritual spaghetti sauce. You basically are brought up a certain way. You're brought up by a certain religion or a certain belief system. And I'm not just talking about Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm talking about religion in general. Now, when you're a kid at 2, 3, 10, 14, 15, 17, usually if you're living at home, you're going to eat whatever the parents make. You're not going to say, oh, I don't like that spaghetti sauce, so I'm going to go get this different spaghetti sauce, and I'll cook it on the same stove with you. However, when you get older, you start finding out what you like for yourself and what is best for your life. Now, the thing is, like, I even watched my parents go through this. Their spaghetti sauce, my mom's spaghetti sauce, for her whole life had been being Catholic. Had never talked to anybody else, had never reasoned to anybody else. She was the person who was like, no, I'm going to stick with what I have. Until somebody gave her a taste of something else and gave my dad a taste of something else. Then they changed spaghetti sauces. Unfortunately, fortunately, I was young enough where I really hadn't eaten the sauce yet. So I only really knew of the one spiritual spaghetti sauce, that was Jehovah's Witnesses, until I moved out of my house and went out on my own and started tasting other spaghetti sauces. And, then I changed my mind and I decided not to use the old spaghetti sauce. Unfortunately, well, fortunately for me, I found that I just didn't like spaghetti sauce anymore. because I found out they're basically all the same with just very small changes and very small differences. And by the time I had tasted all of them, I no longer had a desire to eat any spaghetti sauce at all. A little humorous, but if you think about it, it's really the truth. That's about it for this one. Speaking of spaghetti sauce, I gotta go get dinner. I was on my way to do that, and it hit me that I wanted to do this video, so I ran right back and did it. Alright, Pittsburgh DJ Marty. Peace.